Townsend Elementary at Vandercook Lake Schools, Vice Principal Shelley Manor, and from Family Service and Children's Aid, Chief Clinical Officer Sarah Sabin. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bart. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, good to see you again. Shelley, Sarah, welcome back.
Thank you.
So you guys are teaming up, and it's because of a grant through Family Service and Children's Aid.
Correct. So we applied for a grant that's through the state of Michigan that is called Expanding and Enhancing Emotional Health. So the goal of that grant is to help provide a local community agency, a partnership with a school, and then be able to bring on site to the school 40 hours a week of mental health support year-round for the students at that school.
Awesome. So this will be something brand new.
Brand new. Yep, we're very excited about it. It's going to be amazing support for our students and our families, and we're just over the moon when we want it. She reached out, I think, in February last year, so there's a possibility. So we went after it and pulled together a team to help fill out the grant requirements, and yeah, we got notified, I think, in the spring that we landed the grant and been working ever since, teaming together, trying to get it going. We're excited. It's going to be great for our families and our students. So.
Has it started yet?
It's in the works. There's a lot of furniture arriving right now. The room is under construction. We had to turn the room from lime green. It was a beautiful, bright lime green. So we have turned it into a more calming white. So yeah, we're very close. I would say in the next week or two.
Yep.
We should be. Yep.
Hopefully we're finalizing the space tomorrow. Actually, the team will be going out, getting it set up, and hopefully then the next week we'll start seeing some of the students.
How did you pick Townsend Elementary?
It's a really good question. So pre-COVID, we were actually out supporting Townsend in some of our school-based services. Family Service was out in about 11 different buildings within the county providing on-site mental health services, just a few hours a week. And we always had such a good relationship with Townsend, and they were just so supportive of their students and families and willing to let us do whatever we possibly could do in that building. They were like, yes, oh, you have parent ed? Great, let's partner and figure out how to get that to our families. Oh, you have the JUMP program for your at-risk youth? How can we get that out in our building? So when this opportunity came about and the state said they were allowing sites to expand and we could start a new site, we thought, you know what, Townsend, let's look. So we looked at the data to see what the needs of the community, not only the school, so the Vandercook community, what the data said about their needs, and then what the school needs were. We also then had to look at, is the school ready for this support? So when I reached out to Shelley, I was like, hey, I know you guys do a lot of positive behavior interventions in the school already. I know you have a lot of social, emotional learning programs, and you guys just really and truly have embraced the concept that yes, our job is to educate students, but educating also means making sure that their mental health and their emotional well-being is there and that they have the skills necessary to, combat mental health issues.
Well, I'm not surprised you picked Townsend because the school is really well regarded. In fact, I think you're the reason you have so many schools of choice families.
Thank you. Well, thanks, Bart. That's nice to hear. We work really, really hard for kids. Kids are our #1 priority, of course, and we support them in a lot of different ways. And I know we just got some nice coverage on our therapy dogs. I don't know if you saw the coverage, but we've brought some therapy dogs in as well. Sarah and I have known each other for years through the Whole Child Collaborative, which is a countywide group that is just working hard for mental health services and wrapping around families. And so we've known each other for a long time. And when this grant opportunity came up, we said, let's do this. This is removing barriers for our families. They don't have to transport their kids during the school day. The kids get on-site services, and it's all one-stop shopping, so that's made it really, really nice for us.
Yeah, I think, if a family were to discover that they needed mental health services for their kids, they'd have a hard time, really knowing where to look, where to start.
Yep.
And I'm sure we all realize there's no shortage of need.
Right. Yeah. And this grant will also bring in all it's carte blanche to all the services and parent programming and things that they offer. So it's not just impacting our students, it's impacting all of our families and even staff. I mean, we can even have some of our staff get additional training through their staff. They'll come in and do that for us. So yeah, we're super excited about it.
Yeah, I think we put a lot on our kids. When you were in school, did you have like a pandemic and active
No.
shooter training?
None of that. No, we didn't even have real cell phones or anything back in my day. I've been here a few minutes, so yeah. Yeah, no, they didn't even have any of those concerns. So yeah, it's concerning. So kids have a lot on them. There's a lot of stress and anxiety, and we support them in every way we can.
So how do you see that? Like, what ways does I guess a need for some mental health care manifest itself in a child?
You know what? It can be as different as the kids are. There's so many different things. We can just see tears. We can see anger. We can see frustration. Kids that are just shutting down. It's really hard. The pandemic did not help schools at all in society in general. So yeah, we notice a lot of different reactions from kids and triage it. We do have an on-site school social worker of our own, and we have behavior specialists, but this is above and beyond being able to have that service in the school for behavior counseling is going to be amazing too. It's a great addition. It's a missing link. It's really difficult for parents to take off time for work and middle of the day and take them to appointments. So that's really going to bridge the gap for us. We're very excited. Yeah.
So you have a room. So what's going to happen? How does this play out?
I'm gonna let Sarah take that one. Yeah.
So if a family was interested in getting their student enrolled in the mental health support through our agency at Townsend, we're calling it Townsend Nest.
Yeah.
So all of the family would have to do is reach out to the school and let the school know, contact them and say, I'm interested in Townsend Nest services for my child. And then the school will get a hold of our staff that is out there. We actually have a coordinator that kind of does some basic case management for the family. They'll reach out to the family, they'll get the paperwork done, they'll get the kind of ball rolling in a sense, and then we'll just start seeing that child. We'll work with the school to find an appropriate time to pull them for their therapeutic session, and then the therapist will work with the child while the coordinator is working with the family to look at what other needs maybe do you guys have that we could assist with, so that we're not just, in a sense, working with that one child, but we're working and addressing that whole family. We're really wrapping those services around the entire family within the school system.
So how do you approach it with family or with a kid, with the stigma of seeking mental health? It's still, and I'm sure, third grader, it's, different than an adult, but how do you address something like that?
It's really never, I don't think it's really a difficult conversation. Most parents know when their kids are struggling and they want the help. And really there's not stigmas. I feel like those are starting to go away now. They're like, just help, get some services, show us what we can do. Parents are asking for the help. So it's not usually a hard sell to get them the services. We do have a capacity, I think, that we want to make sure we don't exceed so that they can get quality services, but it's never an issue. Like, parents are usually right on board. They see the concerns and behaviors at home as much as we do, so yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a majority of students in any elementary school could benefit from some mental health.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Everybody struggles with something, right? There's always something that kids need to talk about, and we're there for them. That's why we do what we do. Yeah, we love what we do.
And even without those pressures of today, like the pandemic and safety, just social anxiety and tests and things like that.
Yeah. Social media.
Oh yeah. What about in Townsend? Cell phones? None? Yeah.
No. They do bring them into school. They're not allowed in the classrooms or anything. They have to stay in their backpacks and their lockers. Yeah. Yep.
What's the whole child? What does that mean? How else does Townsend address the whole child set of practices?
Whole child is just wrapping around, like Sarah was talking about, wrapping around the whole family. It can be things as easy as like nutrition and making sure kids are getting healthy meals. It's not just mental health services, but it's, how can we keep our kids physically active, get them off game systems. They don't need to be up till midnight playing game systems and things like that. So there's just a lot of different things that you want to wrap around the kids and the families to make sure they're getting the supports they need. It's just the whole child. It's addressing not just mental health needs, it's the physical needs, the emotional needs. It's what every family needs. It's even the most high functioning families need a good whole child mindset. So, yeah.
And Sarah, being a grant, I'm sure you'll have to provide some data and measurement.
Yep. So yes, that is one thing with grants, especially state grants, is that they do require that we can show that we're having a positive impact on the school. So every year we have to have measurable outcomes that we work to kind of develop based on, again, the needs of the school and make sure our services are addressing those needs.
Well, it sounds really cool, and I'm sure our viewers and I would love to hear maybe a report later
follow
on
up. We'd
how it's
love
going.
to follow up. We're excited to get it started, and we'll come back and share more.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, great to hear about the partnership. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have from Vandercook Lake, Townsend Elementary, Vice Principal Shelley Manor, and from Family Service and Children's Aid, Chief Clinical Officer Sarah Sabin.